Welcome to the WalaWay. This is Imran Nanlawala, and yet again another episode of Ron and Mut. People actually said they like the name.
It's a catchy name.
Yeah.
I like it.
I got some feedback from some brothers. I'm like, that's a nice name.
Yeah.
They were saying we should spell it a certain way and put the N for in the. We'll see how
There's
it
a
goes.
bunch of creative ways.
Yeah. There's a lot of creativity, man. But it's always good to get the creative juices out and talk about the things that we like and that we're passionate about, man. So. Couple more days, man, and the playoffs start.
That's it.
We were just talking about the play-in.
Yeah.
So why don't we start there? If the season were to end today, you said in the East.
I think East, the first game is going to be Atlanta versus Chicago.
Okay, and then what would it be in the West?
Let me get the standings. So it'd be Atlanta. So if the season ends today, it would be Indiana versus Miami
Okay.
and Chicago versus Atlanta. In
Wow.
the West,
Indiana, Miami as well.
yeah, that's a salty playing game. I think Indiana's actually pretty good.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
And then if the season ended today, it would be the Suns versus Lakers and Sac versus Golden State.
Sac. So man, so that's what I was reading today. That in order for the Suns to avoid the play-in,
They need to win. The Lakers need to win.
yeah, which is crazy. But so it's sad because
Wait, I think the Suns. All right, go ahead.
no, they win yesterday, right?
Wait, hold on. Cause something's telling me that they play the Lakers. No, I don't think so. Actually, go ahead. Never mind.
No. So I think it's firstly like very sad, but I think we must have discussed this a little bit too. Just like a disappointing season for the Suns,
For sure.
and something just didn't work out. Obviously, the Lakers were for a time projected not even to make the playoffs. So if they're able to sneak in, obviously that would be golden for them. And then you said Sacramento Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun, because that was an exciting playoff series a couple years ago.
sure.
Right?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that a couple when
That was last year.
You sure?
Yeah.
It wasn't the season the Warriors won it all.
No, it was the Nuggets here. Because I
That-
remember they beat them in the first round. They played the Lakers in the second round.
That was fun. It's been a little bit of a disappointing season for the Kings, man, especially with the talent that they have with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
And
But-
Malik Monk.
And Malik Monk.
Had a
they got
crazy season.
They got what? Herder? Was it Herder?
Herder.
Herder.
He got hurt though.
He got okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herder. So they had some good 3-and-D guys. They got some good shooting, but again, disappointing season. I really hope the Warriors don't make it. I'm not a Golden State fan. I think I've told you that.
I don't think anyone is. If you're not Golden State fan, I think you hate the Warriors.
Yeah. I don't really like the Warriors. I would like to see the Suns make it just because I like Devin Booker, but I don't know, man. The Suns are disappointing. They're not going to make much noise.
What do you think went wrong in Phoenix?
I mean, we talked about this, bro. They don't have a real point guard, right? They don't have a true, like, the fact that you had an old man in Chris Paul at like 35, 36, 37 holding the fort down for you and being able to help you to get to the NBA Finals. You know, when you have talent on the team, you need a distributor. You need a guy to control pace, tempo, push the break, control the half court. So if you got guys who are just pure, amazing scorers, their mindset is always scoring. I'll give you a comparison. So on my team, I was thinking about yesterday, I've started to figure players out, and now that's why the season is going better. Because I'm like, you know what? Why am I forcing this guy to bring up the ball? His mind is always going on attack, and I was actually trying to take him away from that. But I'm like,
Just let them be.
because we do have another guy who's a very good point guard. So why do I need two ball handlers? Let this guy attack. Just put him in the right spot. So we kind of moved him into a corner along the baseline. And at this age level, in a 2-3 zone, it's always under.
Yeah.
It's neglected. So it's been working for us. So similarly, I'm like, you know what? It's not that these guys are bad players. They're just scorers, right? They're scorers.
Different play styles.
Even Beal. If Beal being healthy, it's not like he's a genuine, point guard, distributor.
I give Devin Booker a lot of credit for his adjustment this year. But you can't tell me if they don't have Chris Paul on that team, they're not at least the 5 seed.
Oh, bro.
At least at the worst case scenario.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. It's still disappointing, right?
Yeah.
Because you have Nurkic. Nurkic is a quality big man in the league.
Grayson Allen.
You got Grayson Allen. You got some defenders. You got, obviously, Booker. You got Durant, who's still a top 10 scorer, maybe even
Josh
higher.
Okogie.
Yeah, you got talent. You got talent on the team, but that shows you, bro, it's not always just about talent, right?
Yeah. I feel like he was trying to, in Kevin Durant's mind, because he was definitely in the thought process to get Bradley Beal. I feel like he was looking at it as Brooklyn. Like, oh, we went 13-3 with Kyrie and Harden. That was a good record, but they just couldn't stay healthy together. But I think James Harden is one of the best passers in today's game. And at that time, before he had that hamstring injury, to me, James Harden was a top 5 player in the NBA at that time.
Oh no.
To me.
No. He was. Look, I hate on
Before he had
Harden
that
a lot.
hamstring, he was my MVP.
Talking about Houston?
No, in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay.
Like, he was still going crazy in Brooklyn. He was like 29, 11, and 9. Like, he was going crazy. Then he had the hamstring injury, but he was still one of the best passers. He had someone to, get the ball to KD, get the ball to Kyrie. But they're all looking to score first.
No, I mean, it makes me think sometimes, man. Like, there's an Instagram or YouTube channel. I don't know if it's the name of the channel, but it's like reason number something that I would make a terrible GM, and then it just shows you like things that look so obvious. Like, for example, the drafting of who's the guy they drafted after Derrick Rose, man? He played on Miami. He played on a lot of different teams. He played with LeBron for a little while. Michael Beasley.
Oh, Beasley.
Like, that not panning out, and all these players that have not panned out or trades that have panned out. So if the players are playing the role of the GM and they're like, no, Beal will be nice on here. Beal will be nice on here. We gotta get a Beal. Sometimes you gotta let the guys who know what they're doing kind of put that team together because they know what's needed for a better on-court chemistry. Look at Kyrie Irving, man. For a lot of people, it seemed like the Mavericks were taking a gamble on Kyrie, right? But I think everyone forgot how great of a player he is. You put the politics and all these other things aside, Kyrie's a top 10 talent in the league, man.
For sure.
The way he moves, his scoring prowess, his ability to get into the lane, his finishing around the lane. So sometimes, if you listen to the casual fan or to the pundit, this kind of thing can happen. But the Suns are disappointing. So even if they make the playoffs, what benefit is there going to be? I don't know. I still think it's going to come down to the Nuggets. I know we spoke about Timberwolves and OKC, but I think those are the 3 teams. I know we got our dark horse in the Mavericks. It could happen, man. If those guys get cooking, you never know.
Yeah. When you got we talked about it. Like when you got an all-time great player on your team, it doesn't matter like what the score is, what your odds are to lose the game. You always have a chance. That's why if the Lakers get in, I'm not gonna just they're the 7-8 seed. They're gonna lose to the 1-2 seed. No, I'm still gonna give them a chance because they have LeBron James. At the end of the day. So
you see that dunk at the end of the game?
I didn't get what was happening. I couldn't tell Ja was joking with him or.
Well, it's I think that rivalry.
It was a little joke.
Yeah.
I don't think it was anything serious.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything serious. But they got, not to say Ja and him got beef, but the Grizzlies and him.
Oh yeah.
There's been all those altercations.
Well, he's gone.
Yeah. But wasn't it Bane is still there?
Yeah.
I know him and Bane were barking at one point. Maybe even Jarrett Jackson. The
main villain's gone.
The main villain is gone, and Houston's completely out, huh?
Yeah, they're done. They've been done.
Okay. And then the East, we were talking about Miami, Chicago. So what do you think there?
No, I think it was Miami and Indy.
Miami, Indy, and Chicago, and Atlanta. So who do you got there?
Indy, Miami. All the signs for me point to Indy, but for some reason, Jimmy Butler turns into a different player in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's unrecognizable in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he turns into a top 10 player. I think I'm going to go with Miami because they have the more experience. Halliburton. I mean, Siakam has experience, but Halliburton really doesn't have experience. Some of those guys don't have experience. I think I'm going to go with Miami. I think I'm going to go with Atlanta to beat Chicago.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then right now on top of the East, we have, I imagine, it'd be the Celtics. And is it the Sixers still?
I think it's the Magic.
Magic are number 2?
I think so. I checked the other day. They were really high. I was like, what? Magic? I don't have no service, but I think they were either. Yeah. I think who was second? I think Milwaukee was second. Orlando was third. Cleveland was fourth.
I'll tell you right now.
Cleveland and Orlando might have been flipped.
Bucks are still number 2.
Yeah.
But they're tied. Whoa. They're tied with the Knicks, bro.
Knicks.
Jalen Brunson's been going off.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's say the Knicks are probably going to. How many more games left of the season?
1.
I wonder if they both have games, and if they do, let's see. Upcoming NBA games. Let's see who these guys are playing. Wow. So tomorrow. You got the Hawks and the Pacers.
Yeah.
You got Wizards and Celtics. So that doesn't even matter, to be honest. Let's see who we got. Raptors and Heat. Interesting. Bulls and Knicks. So that might push the Bulls further down. The Knicks will probably win if the Knicks win that game. And then we said the Bucks are playing the Magic tomorrow.
So that game is really for like the 2 or 3 seed.
Yep. And then so the Knicks will probably win, which will push them into the second spot. Bucks will lose, which will keep them in 3. And they're a full game ahead of Cleveland. Cleveland technically could jump into the 3rd spot or tie for the 3rd spot, and I'm not sure who owns the tiebreaker. The Magic are probably going to stay where they are at 5, but the Magic, the Sixers, and the Pacers all have the same record.
Pacers?
Yep.
Pacers aren't playing.
They have exactly the same record. They're all 3 teams are 46.
Dang, is that tight?
46 and 35.
Damn.
And if the Bulls lose, the Bulls could be pushed out into the 10th spot. So does that mean they're out or they're still in the play-in? They'd be in the play-in, right?
It'd be 7, 8, 9, 10. If they get out of 10, they're not in the play-in.
And then, so let's see. So I don't even want to look at that conference. That's a mess. So we got...
The West is locked up, except the 7 seed.
So 7 is Suns, 8 is Lakers, 9 is Kings, 10 is Warriors. I think the Kings have a shot of making it.
Yeah. I think it's the Suns, really.
So it could be the Suns, the Lakers, or the Kings.
Who's the 6?
Huh?
6 seed.
Pelicans.
I think it's the Pelicans and the Suns that can flip.
I mean, the Pelicans are one whole game ahead of them.
I know if they win and
then
lose.
they lose. Yeah. But it could be the Thunder could go against... It could be the Kings, Lakers, or Suns. Kings, Lakers, or Suns. Yeah, if I'm the Thunder, I'm not trying to face the Lakers, man. Like, that seems like it could be an upset waiting to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Timberwolves could go against the Pelicans or the Suns. Potentially the Lakers. And then Pelicans, if they stay in 6, they're going to go against the Nuggets in the first round. And then you got Clippers and Mavericks. So that's what they were saying. People were saying that, I don't know how that makes any sense, but they were saying the Nuggets threw that game because they want to avoid playing the Clippers.
Clippers or the Mavericks?
They said the Clippers, which doesn't make sense because the
I don't
Nuggets
know
are...
if the Clippers are going to win that series.
So right against the Mavericks?
Yeah. They're already locked up to play each other.
Yeah, Luka torched them that one time.
That 2 time.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun, man. No, playoffs are always fun, man. The playoffs are always fun. We'll have a nice couple months until the finals in June.
Do you like the plan?
It's interesting, man. It's fun because it has that college experience. But what you're indirectly saying is, even if you finish 7th, which has historically been
a playoff spot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You might have to go against 7, 8, 9, 10, right? All the way up to 10.
I feel like if I would have done it, I think I would have done like 9 and 10 I'll do like the 1 seeds get buys. But 7 games, that's a lot. That could be a long time. But the 1 seed get the bye, and then you play just for the 8th seed. I feel like that would be interesting.
I think that one makes more sense.
Because you get a benefit of getting the 1st seed.
What do you think about this? I just had this crazy idea the other day. 1 through 4 on each side is locked in normally, but then depending on where you finish 1 through 4, you can pick any opponent 5 through 10 or 5 through 8.
On both sides?
Yeah. So no. So you keep in your conference.
Okay.
But for example, like if I'm the
so like if I'm the Mavericks, I'm the 5th seed, I could play
1 through
Sac.
Yeah. No. So no.
Oh, you said 5 to 8. You said.
Yeah. So the luxury is only given to
I'll
the
play
top.
So if I'm the Mavericks, I can pick Phoenix.
No, the Mavericks can't pick because they're what spot are they?
Or 5th.
Yeah, 5th has no pick. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
So the first 4.
I get what you mean.
And because the first ranked team has the best score, best record, they get to pick
any of the playoff spots.
Yeah, maybe even 9, 10. I'm not sure yet because they get the first pick. It incentivizes them playing hard, so they can pick whoever they want, and then they get the rest of the 3. Then the 3rd gets the rest of the 2, and then the 4th is left with whoever's left.
Would there still be a plan?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just freestyling.
Freeballing.
Just to change it up, make it. I don't know. I think it would make it more interesting, man.
I don't know. I mean, because there's matchups, of course. You don't want a small team doesn't want to match up with a big team in the first round, especially if you're way better.
But don't you feel like if you got if you played good quality basketball all season, you should like get some benefit? Yeah, I get it. You can have home court advantage throughout the playoffs.
I feel like maybe reseeding would be a good idea.
Reseeding?
Each round. So like in the NFL it's reseeded.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a bracket. It's
I
reseeded.
didn't know that.
So like, let's just say like
I see what you're saying. So somehow if somebody
it's
makes
always the highest seed versus the lowest seed in each round.
Gotcha.
Always.
Gotcha. Interesting.
I feel like that wouldn't be a bad idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't mind that idea.
Because
sure.
this is what kind of leads to the upsets and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I'm sure like the NBA probably loves that too to some extent.
Yeah.
When you get the right upset.
I'm saying even because that just makes your path so much more difficult. So if you upset, let's just say the Lakers upset OKC, that means they probably got to see Denver the next round. Then they probably got to see Minnesota, hypothetically, if they beat both of those teams in a series. So it just makes it that much more difficult.
Interesting.
And it gives the higher teams more advantage that you don't have to see a 4 seed in the second round. You know.
What do you think? I know we were speaking about some of the records, not the records, the awards.
Yeah.
So where do you see Defensive Player of the Year, MVP?
Was mine?
Yeah.
Or what do you think? What do I think the NBA is gonna do?
Give me both. I understand the predicament.
Okay, MVP. I think NBA is gonna give it to Jokic.
Okay.
To me, it's Luka.
Okay.
To me, it's Luka. What he's done without Kyrie for 20+ games, what he's done to propel his team, I think and statistically, offensively, he's been historic. Defensive Player of the Year, I think we're both on the same page with this one, but I don't think the NBA is. I think we're both Wemby.
Yep.
For sure, his versatility. See that one play? There's a 3-on-1 fast break. No one wanted to shoot.
No one wanted, yeah.
I was like, you should show this play to every media member
Yeah.
and ask them if this guy's not a
He's
defensive player of the
completely
year.
changing offenses.
For sure.
Yeah. Who do you think then the NBA will want to give it to?
Gobert.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, they are also the
Number
first
one
seed.
defense,
Yeah.
number one seed.
They're also the okay.
I mean, I see why.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think this is the last year winning it.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Barring injury.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Most improved. So many ways you could go. You go Maxey. You go Brunson.
Ooh. Brunson, yeah.
Yeah, I think I like Brunson. I think they'll give it to Maxey though.
Yeah, it's Maxey's.
Maxey because of his role increase and his workload, he had to do more.
Embiid was gone for a while.
Embiid was gone for a long time. He kept them afloat for a playing spot.
No.
Or they're in the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good feat.
And then rookie, of course, is
Rookie
Wemby.
Wemby, of course.
Yeah.
And then there's one we're missing. I feel like
No.
6th.
6-man after all, man.
I think Malik Monk got that locked up.
Okay.
Nas Reed, shout out Nas Reed. He's been balling this year, but I think Malik Monk, if they don't tax him too much for his injury, I think he got that locked up.
Let's see. Let me just double check. You said let me check something. Sixers are in the 6th spot.
Dang.
But they're tied for the 7th spot. So they could be a playing team.
That's a scary team you don't want to see.
The Sixers?
Oh yeah.
Embiid is back.
He's back.
Yeah.
It's just what kind of shape is he in?
Man, they're 7-3 in their last 10. That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
waiting.
you just want to, with a big guy, you just always wonder, is this guy is he healthy?
Tweak
Is he,
something.
Yeah. Especially with Embiid, you got a bad tummy one day, his toe hurts the next day.
Eating Chick-fil-A McDonald's on the sideline.
Yeah, eating McChickens while he's getting stretched.
Stretched.
That's gonna go down like all-time picture.
Oh, bro, come on. I mean, I think again, I'm
Wasn't Dwight doing that stuff?
maybe. I mean, I don't remember specifically, but I remember one time during the Olympics, I believe, these guys stopped at like a gas station. Him,
Yeah, they got the Wendy's.
burgers. Yeah, bro.
That's funny.
Kobe, Kobe and his diet.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Kobe do not play that, bro. Kobe does not play that bad diet stuff.
Yeah, for
No.
sure.
No, I think I agree with you for the MVP. Now, will it go to Jokic? I'll be honest, man. I don't know if it's gonna go to Jokic.
I mean, betting odds, it's him. And I feel like Luke is being very disrespected right now.
Yeah.
Because right now it's Shy second,
Yeah.
which is having a great season. Don't get me wrong, but
So I think the people were favoring Embiid before the injury, right? Like people
he had it locked up until he had that injury.
Yeah, but I think Jokic obviously is a safe decision, but that'd be his third. So I think personally, did you see though he already passed up? He just got some accolade, man.
For the Nuggets,
I think for
like
the
all-time Nuggets
all-time-
scorer or something like that.
No, it's all-time NBA, like assist, big man assist or something.
Big man assist?
Something like
I
that.
didn't
Yeah.
see anything
And
like
I saw
that.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in the list, and he was right there.
Oh wow.
So I think he's a safe bet. I think Luka's actually it seems like there's a last minute push for Luka. You see all the teammates are supporting him and whatnot. And to be honest, man, I've been a Luka hater, but no, I mean not a hater, but I think
You've been critical.
He deserves it, man. Like you said,
For
Kyrie
sure.
was gone for
He
20
deserves
games.
it.
These guys looked like they were not going to make any noise, and now they've surprised people and they've put together a fantastic string of games. And again, man, depending on seeding and where they land, bro,
It'd be scary for anything.
it could be really scary. It could be really scary. I'm excited about the Knicks too, man. The Knicks, if they can get that second spot, that's exciting.
I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I was one of the guys that was like, man, that OG trade, that was like, they gave a lot for OG. Like, he's a good player, but you're gonna give up a dude you just spent a third overall pick on. Who was a beast in college. And Emmanuel quickly, there's no doubt he's gonna be one of the best scorers off the bench of the NBA for the next 6-7 years. You give up that for a pretty good 3-and-D guy. I don't know. But sure enough, it worked out. That's why I'm not a GM.
Reason something we wouldn't make good GMs, right?
Exactly. That's another reason.
If they make it to the second round, because I'm sure when you've seen New York games, they pop, bro.
Yeah,
the fans go
They
nuts.
got a crazy fan base.
If they make it to the second round, it's gonna be bananas.
Because they lost. They didn't get out the second.
No.
They lost to Atlanta a couple years ago.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
lost to Cleveland
And that was
2
exciting.
years in a row.
You even remember when they were flicking off Trae Young?
F-Trae.
Yeah. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden again, having that aura, that audience, it's fun.
For sure.
So the playoffs are a super fun time because it's the playoffs, man. This is where the memories and the legends and all those little accolades are built. But wanted to talk to you about Wemby. So we, before the podcast, we were talking about that game yesterday against the Nuggets. He put that string of 17 points together under 3 minutes of game time, and then they wound up winning the game. So just thoughts on his development.
Shout out for as a Mavericks fan. Shout out Wemby.
Okay, yeah.
Because he got them down to the 3
Oh,
seed. Because they were saying at the 1 seed we'd have to catch them in the second
Bro, I'm
round.
telling you, like someone made a good point. They were like, "Listen, it was who's the big guy, the analyst?
Perk?
No.
Shaq?
White dude with the suit. ESPN.
Oh, Windhorse.
So he was saying like he believed strongly because he was in the New York Knicks locker room. He said he was in the Lakers or Warriors locker room, and he says players are talking about Wemby. Like players in locker rooms are talking about Wemby.
You saw Draymond backtrack.
Yeah. Defensive player of the year. And,
At first, he's like, "Oh, he can't be defensive player. They're 20th in defense."
Yeah.
And then, like a couple weeks ago, like this dude's different for sure.
No, he was. They were like, there's a buzz around him, and he's confident that players are gonna want to come around and play with him for the next 10 years, 15 years, especially if they're young.
You think?
He was basically saying, he's like, guys, San Antonio is not as small as a city as you think. He says San Antonio and Austin are par on par in terms of growth. And
I feel like people just look at it as like stereotype, though.
Again, but if enough people create a buzz, that changes narratives, right? Like the media can control so many narratives, right? MVP voting, even things like this. So if enough, and all these guys are watching ESPN, they're watching their own highlights and people talking about them. So if you got people that you follow and they say, look, no, San Antonio is going to be a good destination for the next 10 years, no state tax, it's got a new nightlife, it's got a this and a that, it might work. So I think they might be able to attract some talent as well. I mean, and why wouldn't you, man? The guy is so good defensively and offensively, you're going to eat. Like, you're going to eat. You're going to look so good playing next to this guy because of all the attention he takes when he's on the offensive side. And defensively, he can clean things up so much that if you gamble for a steal, whatever it may be, he's still going to be able to get your back. So if I'm other players, I'm thinking about it.
He has so much. He grants his teammates so much room for error,
bro. So much luxury.
So much.
So much
like
luxury.
You could go. You could be not reckless.
Yeah, I know
you could be a little gambly. You could be a little on your steals because you got Wemby behind you. He's he could contest the 3-pointer and block the shot at the rim at the same time.
Again, I don't know.
I was having a talk with my friends and I got pretty pissed.
Why?
They were saying Wemby's like top 30. I'm like, bro, calm down.
Yeah.
He's like worst case, he's top 13, 14.
Oh, yeah. Oh, already? Yeah.
Because to me, I just value bigs way more than I value guards. Because there's not that many. I mean, just think about bigs. You got Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, AD. And if you want to throw Sabonis in there, you got Sabonis. And you want to throw Cat in there, you got Cat. Guards, there's 20 guards you could say are super, like not superstars, all-star players, star players. just the value of a big man to me is just so much more valuable than like a crazy guard. Like I would, like me personally, I'm taking him over like Jaylen Brown. He's in that conversation with Ant-Man right now. I think I'm taking over Brunson, no matter even what that season he's having right now. It just to me, the big man just is so much more valuable than a guard.
No, I mean, look at how he's changing and impacting the game. And if you look at just their record, that's not enough. But if you watch the finer details of the game, like you brought up that example of the 3 guys, and no one wanted to take the shot over one dude, right?
Yeah.
Historically, a 2-on-1 is an advantage. A 3-on-1, that's a given. So a 3-on-1,
You don't even get a shot up,
bro. They're scared. Like it's fear. So defensively, I mean, bro, him and Jokic were going at it the other day. Him and Gordon were going at it a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's not afraid. He's having the defensive impact. He's killing people in terms of blocks per game. He's way ahead of anybody else.
And for a big guy, he could guard on the perimeter.
He can guard on the perimeter. He's changing 3-point shots. He's getting rebounds, not only blocks. He's playing defense, rebounds, blocks.
Pushing the ball.
Now offensively, he's got a stroke. He's making that 3-ball. He's finishing at the rim. It's a no-brainer that this guy could be already a top 10 talent, right? Like it's clear. Now you can't fault him for personnel and the teammates he has.
Yeah.
But he's propelled them in some big games against good opponents. So it's showing you already what he can do. And again, if he gets the help that he can get, that's going to be the question like we discussed last time. Who's going to be a free agent? What trades can you put together? Arguably, you could get the 3rd pick in the NBA draft this year. And I know you said this draft is not that good.
Yeah, it's very weak.
It's weak, but even, people still love that whole concept of getting a top 5, top 3, whatever guy, right?
I saw a funny sorry to cut you.
No.
I saw a funny thing. It was like, people said that Anthony Bennett draft was really weak.
Yeah.
But then you look down, like lower in the teens.
Yeah.
Those are superstar players that ended up getting. I think C.J. McCollum was in that draft. I think like Kawhi was in that draft. Don't quote me on those players.
I forgot about Anthony Bennett, man.
Yeah, don't quote me on the players that were drafted in the teens, but they're really good players.
Yeah.
He's like China or something.
Really? He's still playing though?
I don't know. He's not in the NBA.
I forgot about
That's for sure.
Cleveland?
Cleveland. Wow. I kind of want to look up that draft. Well, do you remember what year that was? 2012?
Let's look it up. Anthony Bennett draft class.
Yeah, like everyone was saying at the top of that draft that was a weak draft.
2013. So we have here. You have. I hate the way. Why can't you just list this in order, guys?
Look it on Basketball Reference.
So you had Victor Oladipo, who was good in the league for a while.
Yeah.
Otto Porter, Cody Zeller, Alex Len, Noel, Ben McLemore, KCP, Trey Burke, CJ McCullough, Michael Carter-Williams, Steven Adams, Kelly Olynyk, Shabazz Muhammad, Giannis. Man, what did Giannis go, 15? Wow. Dennis Schroeder, Shane Larkinen, Tony Snell, Plumlee, Solomon Hill, Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, Gobert. Wow. Gobert went 27 to Denver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is one of those, I don't think this was a weak draft. I think this was like an average player draft.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of good role players that came out of this draft.
I mean, in the NBA, that's kind of what you draft for.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's like that because...
Your hope.
Like in the NBA, you're drafting... In the lottery, you're drafting for a good role player. Which in the other sport, you're drafting for a superstar.
Yeah.
In the first 2 rounds. It's crazy. I always think about that.
No, I think it's a good point, man. It's and especially the NBA is such a star-driven league.
I was gonna say, there's so much talent.
You got 5-on-5. It's not like 13 or 12 or whatever it is on 12 or 13. It's you need to have stars on your team to win and compete. And I'm just wondering who's going to be available this offseason or who can they put a package together for. Like I was even thinking earlier today, man, is it worth it for them to try to go after like a guy like Paul George or no?
I think Trae Young is priority number 1.
Trae Young?
If I'm the Spurs.
Yeah, I know I like Trae, man. I like Trae. He's so good offensively, but... And again, I know we talked about how Wemby's length can
his
help.
recovery, yeah. Trae Young, to me, is one of the best passers in the NBA.
Trae will be good. I think Trae will be good. I told you my bucket list, my wish list before.
Jaylen Brown said
but that's not gonna. No. Devin Booker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Devin Booker's not. Devin Booker. Let's see what happens with the Suns. I mean, bro, if they don't make the playoffs, he's not gonna be.
I think they'll blow it up.
But not him.
Nah.
Yeah.
I think they'll blow up KD and.
Yeah. I agree.
I think KD might be available this summer.
So again, I told you that last time. I would love to have KD on the Spurs, but at the right price. Not at his age.
What do you mean by price? Like giving up price, or at his contract price?
Does he have? Does he got years left?
I think he has like 2.
No. I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't trade the kitchen sink or anything for him.
No. You can't. He's old.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah.
He's in like 15th season.
Yeah, he's been around since before 2010. I think he came in 07. 07, 08.
I mean, LeBron just kind of put it in their perspective that like everyone's supposed to play that long, but like what Steph and KD are doing, that's not like a normal thing.
It's not normal. It's not normal. No, it's again, man. If you take care of your body, you train the right way. You don't overtrain. You train the right way. You take care of your body. I think with the medicine, the hyperbolic chambers, and the compression, and all the stuff that these guys are doing now, I think you can get some more years and more mileage out of your body.
That's honestly why I think Kobe flamed out in the end of his career.
Really, too much wear and tear.
Yeah,
not
too much training.
I think about that all the time too.
Think about that I'm like, dude, like
I'm in the gym at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, mama mentality, mama this, mama that. But dude, you can't be a Ferrari and drive 21 hours a day. No,
or you just can't drive for so many years. Yeah. 21
hours for 21 years.
Yeah, when I hear these stories about guys who wake like. He's like, oh, I didn't even sleep, or I got an hour. I'm like, bro, unless there's something genetically different about you.
I mean, they say LeBron sleeps like 11 hours a day.
You have to, bro. No, I'm serious.
Like he'll sleep 8 hours, then he'll take a 3-hour nap.
I have a friend of mine. I'll shoot him this. Chris, he's a famous trainer, strength and conditioning coach. He's like, no, you work out hard, you train hard. He's like, go sleep 9-10 hours. All this, don't sleep more than 8 hours or so. He's like, sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I track my sleep. This thing is accurate, bro. When I don't get good quality sleep, it says my heart rate is elevated. My HRV score, my restorative sleep, everything is low. It's like, don't push yourself today. It knows. I think that, like a boot camp, a training camp is excellent. You want to test somebody's grit and mental, put them through a boot camp and you'll see what they're made of.
Yeah.
But to put yourself through that boot camp type of mentality, it's not good for your body.
Yeah.
And I follow some of these like new experts, scholars, researchers when it comes to like health and nutrition. And they're like, brother, there is like absolutely a wear and tear on your body. Like even squatting and deadlifting, I'm a big fan of the squat and the deadlift. But doing it for so many years, not doing it right, it's like high risk, high reward, right? If you don't deadlift right, eventually something's going to start getting worn out. So these guys are like, you do find guys who are older lifting hard. The way this one guy describes it is like because they kept enough in the gas tank. So when they were younger, they weren't always going balls to the wall, maxing out, right? It was like, we're pacing ourselves. So I think there's something to that. And of course you have your anomalies and your freaks, but not everybody's like that, man.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like that. And I think guys who play under the rim too, I'm starting to appreciate it more. Like guys who are not always just trying to throw it down or go hard, but they're trying to get their shots off. They're not trying to really put too much strain on their body. I can see those guys lasting too.
Yeah. It's kind of just like a want, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because like we see Luka and Jokic, they can't jump over a credit card.
Yeah.
But they get 30 every night.
No, are they like Jack Swole or anything like that, right?
But it's kind of like, when is Jokic going to win like a back-to-back MVP and then go become a horse racer in Serbia? You got to take your time off, bro. You got to take your time off. You got to live the body. Or like he retires and does that.
Oh, bro, he's probably going
to... Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
If
he's just like, he wins the MVP, wins the championship, he's like, that's it, I'm going to go be a horse racer.
Wow, you really think so?
It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, I think, who was it, Paul George or someone invited him to the podcast and he was like, I'm good. Did you see it?
I saw that.
I like that, man. I'm like,
he's to himself.
I like that, bro. I like that. I like this mindset of just go into the lab, do your work, and then you're done.
I mean, how much work do you think obviously you can't be that good without...
Oh, no. Look, number one, he's been playing since he's very young. Number two, he probably played in adult leagues in his country
as a kid.
As he's a kid. So he was going against grown men. European coaches are teaching, fundamentals and good footwork and da-da-da-da. Three, he's got some drive. He's got some passion. No, he's definitely working hard.
Have you seen a Jokic, like those videos like Jokic pregame?
Maybe.
Like
the goofy stuff?
Yeah. Like he does like one normal shot.
He's not the only one, man. I'm starting to see more of that, and I feel like there's something to it. Just kind of maybe some of it is getting loose. Maybe some of it is just getting a feel for where the ball's gonna land, and just little things that you can do to kind of, you know.
I mean, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, like, yeah, he's shooting a left-handed shot, and he's trying to hit the scoreboard basically when he shoots it. But I don't know, maybe that's just like a way he likes to gauge his view, gauges what's the word called, like your past view. It's like when you're in a small gym, people shoot better than they do in a big gym because of the, I forget what it's called, perception view or something. Depth perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe trying to like feel out the depth perception of the arena.
No, I like it, man. I like it. Like I said, I think there's something to it. I think, you know, the guys who are always in the gym, great, good for you. But I think at some point it does catch up to you, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And then there's some guys who are gym rats. Like I remember Antonio McDyess. You know, he had a couple bad knees, and what he would do is once the season was over, he wouldn't pick up a basketball. From what I remember, and so anyone can fact check me, but he would lift weights. That's his whole off season. It's weight training, but no basketball.
Was he a big?
He was a big.
Okay.
Yeah, but no basketball. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think I said this to you last time to Steven Jackson. I think that's why Steven Jackson kind of left the league like he did, because I remember he said something like that too in the offseason. He didn't pick up a ball, but I also don't think he probably trained in the offseason. Like, I don't know if he lifted weights and did any type of mobility or dynamic work. So when I would watch him play, I would always notice like his hips seemed tight, especially on lateral movement. He seemed like he couldn't
slide.
He couldn't slide like he used to when he was younger. But offensively, he was still hitting big shots, right? So I'm like, I wonder if this is just a training thing. Maybe he's not. Again, I'm just a nobody who's thinking about these things, you know?
Of course. That's why we're sitting here talking about it instead of playing in the NBA.
There we go.
Yeah.
Probably need another foot and a half, brother, on us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
just to make it, man. Yeah, man. So what else?
What else can we talk about? You gonna talk about like any clips that you saw maybe?
Have you seen anything?
I mean, LeBron and JJ just had a podcast the other day.
About what? I just saw one clip today. I didn't get to finish it though. About setting screens.
It was about the Gobert. I think it was talking about just the ball, Gobert screen, and stuff like that.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I saw the title, but I didn't click on it. What do you remember? What they mentioned?
They was talking about. I don't know. I feel like those clips are kind of hard to just break down because they're just really just talking ball. They just are like deep, and it's not like they're giving like a hot take or anything.
I like what they're talking about though, because it's helping me as a coach too.
But I'm saying there's nothing really we could talk about.
I mean, I know Gilbert Arenas and these guys, they went after Chuck again because.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
You saw it?
I was gonna talk about Chuck.
Go ahead.
Or not about Chuck, but was it Chuck or Kenny? They talking about their all NBA teams. They said Ant. He said they would put Ant and Shai first team, and Luka and Brunson second team.
So look, you can't blame them.
Luka's second team is crazy.
Anthony Edwards is the best player on the best team in the league, right?
And this year there's no position lock.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So this year it could literally be 5 guards.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's his name? Cat got injured, right?
Cat's out.
He's out?
I think he's coming back today.
What do you remember? What happened again?
I want to say knee.
Interesting.
Don't quote me, but
the fact that they've got into and kept the first position without Cat is impressive.
For sure.
So that right there, Shea, those guys were in the 1 seed for a while, and then they bumped down to number 2. The Luka one I know is hard to swallow. Brunson makes sense because
I think Brunson's second team.
You're in the East, and you're finally in the second spot. I think going finally towards the end of the season, so that makes sense. Because he started cooking recently. He's been cooking all season, but in terms of really getting going.
I think the last 3 games he had like averaging like 40.
I wonder who else they got on their first team.
I think first team to me is pretty locked up. At least 4 spots are locked up. Luka, Shai, Giannis, Jokic.
Who's the 5th?
No, I'm saying you got to talk about the last spot. I think those 4 guys are locked up. You could talk about Tatum. I
forgot it's East and West.
Yeah. You can talk about Tatum. You can talk about Ant. Talk about Booker.
It's going to be hard, man. Booker won't make the first team.
You don't think so?
No.
I think I'm forgetting someone, but...
Tatum definitely has to be in there, in the conversation.
I think it's Tatum and Ant are that last spot.
Wemby might mess around and make the second team, bro.
Maybe the rookie ever made All-NBA?
Yeah.
In the 2000s? Because I know there's only been 2 rookies in the 2000s that have made
I feel like
All-Star games.
I feel like Tim Duncan made the All NBA team his first year.
Really?
Yeah.
That was in 19 something.
Yeah, in the late 90s.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like it's really hard for a rookie to get in. Even though I think he deserves it.
No, I think he can make it. Because there's 3 teams, right?
Yeah.
He might be able to make the 3rd team. Imagine, man. Defensive player of the year.
Oh, I forgot about Shy. Sorry.
You said Shy.
Oh, no, I said Shy.
Yeah, you said Shy.
Thank God.
What about...
Kawhi? Talk about Kawhi.
Probably missed too many games.
No, Kawhi played a lot.
He played a lot this season, right?
Yeah.
I'm just hating, brother. I'm just a hater. NBA standings.
This is a 7 seed.
So let's go team by team. Celtics is number 1. You said Tatum. Bucks.
Giannis.
Knicks.
Brunson.
Cavs.
Brunson could be in that talk. And Donovan Mitchell could be in that talk.
So Cavs. And then you got Magic.
I don't think Paulo could be in that.
Sixers.
No.
Pacers.
No.
Heat.
No.
Bulls.
No.
Hawks.
No.
Okay, let's go to the West. Thunder.
Shy.
Timberwolves.
Cat. No, Cat missed too many games. Ant.
And Nuggets.
Jokic.
No Jamal anywhere. Clippers.
Kawhi.
Mavericks.
Luka and Kyrie.
Pelicans.
Zion?
Nah,
Zion missed too many games.
I think so.
B.I.? Too many games. Okay.
Suns.
Book.
Lakers.
Bron AD.
Kings.
Kings. Fox?
NBA All Team. Let's see what people are saying. What's the date today?
13.
Let's see what Yahoo's saying. Yahoo Sports. Let's see who they got. Okay, so this is what Yahoo's got. It's not bad. Nikola, you got Jokic, Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
I think you can't fault that.
Second team, Jalen, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant.
13.
Where's the third team? Third team, LeBron,
Donovan Mitchell.
Steph, Halliburton,
Probably got Steph.
Sabonis, Rudy Gobert.
I don't know Halliburton. I don't know if Halliburton can make it.
If who?
Halliburton can make it.
Because of the games?
No, he just hasn't been playing good.
He's averaging 20 and 10. He's shooting at 600 true shooting percentage.
I don't know. I feel like there's been better guards this year.
All defensive team. They got Rudy, Bam, Anthony Davis, Herbert Jones, and Alex Caruso. That's interesting.
Caruso?
Caruso's a good defender, but I'm surprised.
I think I would have put in Suggs over Caruso.
I'm surprised. Second team, Wemby. I didn't know they had 2 defensive teams.
I have 3.
Oh, wow. Wemby, Chet, Jalen, Derek White, Jared McDaniels.
Jalen Johnson?
No. Suggs.
Yeah.
And then, okay, there's only 2 teams, it looks like. All rookie team, Wemby, Holmgren,
Chet.
Brandon Miller, Jaime Wes
Hackers,
and Derek Lively.
That's what I would have done.
Second team, who cares about the second team?
Yeah, has there even been 10 good rookies?
Ain't no one got time for that. Ain't no one got time for that. Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man.
It's going to be fun.
That's it from my side, brother.
Yeah, I'm all good too.
Until next time.
Inshallah.